Welcome back to Gabbing with Gab, everyone. I'm your host, Gabby Tollefson, and I'm so excited to finally say those words. It's been a hot sec since I recorded a podcast, and I think I finally figured out what I want to do with it. And it's just me by myself, not interviewing anyone today, and I'm really excited about it. And anyway, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Gabby Tollefson. I will be a junior at Miami University in the fall, and I started this podcast about 6 months ago. And I did it for about 4-ish months and then took a break. And now I'm back and in full force for the rest of the summer. And a few things about me. So my name is Gabby Tollefson. I'll be a junior in the fall at Miami University. And my current obsessions are Lemon LaCroix. The summer I turned pretty, but starting after episode 2. And my pink slides from Target. Insert picture here, and honestly, talking about today's topic, which I have dubbed Rich Bitch Summer. Now, if you're my friend, you've probably heard me talk about this before, but I am so excited to explain it to more people. So we all know Hot Girl Summer, right? We all know, I don't know if you can hear the computer. We all know Hot Girl Summer. We all know it's about having fun with your friends, spending money, feeling great, looking great, going out, doing all the fun things, and just feeling your best. And I think after summers with more COVID restrictions, then now, last summer was a Hot Girl Summer. I definitely felt like I had a Hot Girl Summer. And it was super fun, and it definitely got out all that pent up, energy of needing to do something. But I don't know, the vibes this summer are different. Some people are calling it coastal grandmother summer, Miley Cyrus summer. Got a few different things, but what I thought of is rich bitch summer. And I love that phrase because rich bitch summer is about being rich, but not just money-wise. We're also enriching our minds and our bodies. You get the gist, a little bit of health and wellness, a little bit of making cash, and that's definitely what my focus is for the summer. A lot of people have internships or jobs, and we came back home and a lot of our friends dispersed all over the country doing super cool things. So I was like, well, I'm going to make the most of my summer, even if I'm not doing the same thing as everyone else. I want to make money because last summer I was spending all the money I was making, and I went to school and I was like, well, I have no money. And now that I'm 20, not to sound so mature, but I definitely realize more that financial responsibility needs to come into play. So that's kind of where the idea started, but then I was like, where else can we take this? Because who wants a summer that's all about working and on the grind? That's no fun. And something that's been more fun for me lately is the enriching part of Rich Bitch Summer. I've actually really been enjoying reading. I'm about to finish Michelle Obama's book. I know I'm late on the trend, but it was good. It was my beach read, it was kind of a random beach read, but I liked it. And also just feeling the best version of myself. I think, not to say people didn't do that with having a Hot Girl Summer, but for me, having a Hot Girl Summer was prioritizing a little bit more fun over what my body and my mind actually needed, and my bank account actually needed. So I have compiled a list of a Rich Bitch Summer tips, more like a Rich Bitch Summer guideline. And I asked a few of my friends to help, so we'll disperse their tips in there as well. But let's see. Okay. So the first one, I've already talked about a few of these on my TikTok, Gab with Gab. Follow me on TikTok. It's actually really fun. I post there way more than my personal. But I posted about some of these already, but it's going to be a repeat. It's fine. So number 1 is join rewards programs. I know this sounds stupid. You don't want a million emails, which I get. But for me, I found this helps me save so much money because obviously I'm not going to never eat out, right? Obviously, I'm going to try my best, but there's just things you crave, and you crave them, and you crave them until you finally get to eat them. But for me, if I have a rewards program and I see, I have a free bowl at Chipotle, then when I'm craving it, I can finally go get it, and it's free. And I'm like, oh, okay. Or the other day, I got Bibimbap for $1, and that's because I tipped $1 and I literally had a free bowl. Or like Starbucks stars, and you know, always reload the gift card. Don't, if you're gonna attach your credit card to the account, just reload the gift card because it's double the stars. You know that anyway. Rewards programs, they're lifesavers, and a lot of them usually you can do like unsubscribe from emails about like random things and like just keep the rewards program points. Or if you have like an app, like I'm a Jersey Mike Shore rewards point member, you can just like turn notifications off. But sometimes it's nice to have them on, like Chipotle is free queso on Mondays, if anyone was wondering. Yeah, that kind of goes along with the food ideas, which insert Nick's Rich Bitch Summers up here.
I'm Joseph Coney. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, Loveland, Ohio. Summer tips and thoughts is that while I'm home on the summer, my mom and I have decided that every week we're gonna try a different place through Loveland or Cincinnati for like lunch or dinner or brunch or coffee, just so we can like stop spending money on fast food over the week and then have a good time while we're like home for a little bit, hang out with each other, reconnect, rekindle. Aww. I mean, I feel like if you enrich your life, then you're rich. Like, may I like have the most money in the world right now? No. But I have my friends. I have,
yes, exactly.
Like, I'm living a life that's like so fulfilling. That's the word of the day. The word of the summer, because it's a rich bitch summer.
Well, hello everyone. My advice is to not spend money on fast food if you do not need it. I would highly recommend for you to make your own food, and be careful what you put into your body.
What do you like to make instead?
Chicken, rice. You can very easily make.
Like, is it worth getting a rice cooker, do you think?
I would say so.
Is it worth getting some good chicken seasoning?
I would say so.
So you actually crave what you're making yourself instead of just like...
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot more, it's a better feeling when you make it yourself as well.
Another thing about food, health, wellness, I've been doing the grocery shopping for my family. Let me say, I'm not paying for the groceries for all 4 of us and my dog, but I've been the one going to the store, helping make the list and like going to get it instead of doing like Kroger pickup or something, because I've started to notice what brands of foods I like better and also what brands are like actually healthier for me. I've been dabbling. I know by no means an expert. I would say I'm a novice beginner into learning about gut health and the food that we put in our bodies that's FDA approved, that's not necessarily the best for you. And it's really interesting to me, and I like to go to the store and pick some of those things out, just subtle changes to what's in our pantry and what's in our fridge, because I don't want to have to be making meals completely separate from my family. That's a waste of time, energy, and money. So just kind of incorporating those into my family's plan and lifestyle. And another healthy food hack idea is to pick, kind of along with the rewards program, pick a few places that are your, when I go out, when I'm craving fast food, this is where I go places, and that'll also help you rack up the points. Like for me, it's like Chipotle. Like I crave the rice, I crave the chips, I crave the guac, so every so often I'm gonna get Chipotle, but that means if I'm craving fast food, I'm not gonna settle for the first place with the drive-thru. I'm gonna go and get the Chipotle. Okay.
My tip is to go to bed early, have a good breakfast, and drink your water bottle, like the whole water bottle, like 5 times.
Oh, another tip I have to just get some money at the beginning of the summer. I was literally starting from zero, literally zero when I came home. So I was like, okay, before I even start work and I have to wait 2 weeks to get paid, I need to get money right now. So I went through all my clothes, and I wanted to go through all my sisters too. I went through a few, but she didn't let me go through everything. And I sorted them and took a bunch to Plato's Closet. And I know they're not like the best at giving a ton of money back, but like, honestly, I keep a lot of my clothes for a long time. So I felt like I got a good enough wear out of them that only getting a few dollars back for something wasn't like terrible for me. But also I saved anything that was like old Lulu, old like Lily Pulitzer. Like I had like one thing left, I think. And my mom either puts it on like TB List, which is like our local listserv, see if anybody wants to buy it, or you can do like Poshmark, Curtsy. I know it's kind of a big undertaking to do all your clothes through there, so I just kind of pulled a few pieces that I thought would like get a little bit more money than they would have at Plato's, and that was a nice like chunk of cash, literal cash, to have starting the summer off, because when I do want to go out to dinner, go out with my friends, I just bring the cash, and then I know I can only spend that certain amount instead of using like my debit card or my credit card. That's another tip. I'm not as serious into like budgeting where you like get everything in cash and like put it in little envelopes, but I know that helps a ton of people. For me, it's more like if I want to do something extra, like I'm going to get my nails done on Thursday. I'm really excited. These are like kind of gross. I'm like only using money from my piggy bank or from doing an extra job of babysitting, not actually spending the money I get from work, if that makes sense, because work paychecks I'm trying to save as much as I can for the upcoming school year, for rent, and just so I feel like I'm not a completely broke college student all the time.
Hey Gabbin' with Gab fans, I'm Claire McGivney, and my rich bitch summer tip is to look at how much you plan on making this summer. That way you know how much you have extra to spend this summer and then how much you need to make for the school year.
Speaking of paychecks, speaking of jobs, I work retail right now. I work at Lululemon in Kenwood. Come say hi. I really, really, really love it, honestly. What I've been saying is I don't have an internship, which in some ways makes me feel behind or used to when I was thinking about this summer, even though I'm technically not even in the business school yet at my school because I'm transferring and all that, but I was like, oh, like maybe I'm not doing enough for like what I want to do, but like seriously, this job is the perfect match and like the perfect substitute for me for doing something. I'm learning so much. I've already worked in the service industry, so I have a few people skills, but I'm learning more about sales and like the background of the company and like learning how visual merchandising works. It's super cool to take, and also Lululemon is just a great like company to work for. But taking a retail opportunity and looking at it from like a business student's perspective has been super great for me, and I've just become so much more grateful for what I am doing. And like I honestly like every time I go to work, I have fun because also the people there are fun. But what's tricky about Lululemon is I want to spend all my money there because I like the clothes, I wear them all the time, I wear their stuff for years and years and years. So what I've started doing is thinking about, okay, am I actually going to need this? Am I going to wear it? And then I wait like a week. If I see something in the store, I wait like a week to think about it, really make sure. And then usually I'll try to like pick up an extra shift and then I'll get the thing. And then I'm so happy to get the thing. Anyway, but moral of the story there is even if you're not working in an internship or like a huge fancy job, you can totally make the most of what you're doing. Like I have friends working at country clubs. I have friends working in restaurants. I'm working retail, nannying, babysitting, like lifeguarding. All of those jobs, all of those, not like minimum wage, sometimes minimum wage, but like not as high paying jobs, you can have fun doing that. And if it's fun, it'll barely feel like work. And honestly, you're on your feet, you're being active, you're talking to people. That's sometimes more than what interns are doing anyway. No hate to people in internships. Honestly, if you're making those connections and you're in the real world, go for you. Good for you. But I just feel like we should take advantage of the opportunities we have to have a more balanced and fun summer before we're completely adults. Like, honestly.
Oh, okay. I went into this summer thinking, like, what can I do to achieve the most, like, career fulfillment? To, like, be proud of myself. Like, not in necessarily, like, money ways. I feel like kind of like a hypocrite talking about, like, rich bitch summer when I'm, like, I'm making a lot for doing theater. But I could be, like, working somewhere else and making 10 times more.
But it's for your job.
But
like, what
to like enrich my career, I like worked my arse off to get that. So like I'm doing summer stock, and like I think just the big tip for a summer enrichment is thinking about like the one thing that you would do, like you could do career wise, that it's gonna make you excited to start summer. And I know that's so cliche to say, like, work where you love. And I know, like, at the end of the summer, I'm gonna be exhausted, but I'm gonna feel so, like, fulfilled with what I did.
Okay, another few things that have helped me be a little bit more productive this summer is, like, a no distractions time. Like, on my phone, I use Do Not Disturb a lot, or, like, I have timers on my social media. I do click 15 minutes, add 15 minutes on TikTok a few times, but usually I justify that by being like, oh, I'm making them, not watching them. But distraction free, even for when I'm just with people, like not because I'm grinding away at like something, I'm like an online class or reading or something, yes, in those scenarios, but also just so I can really be present with people and enjoy the time we have to share. Time is literally flying this summer. I mean, it's June 21st when I'm recording this. I've had this idea since May, and it feels like time slips away from you so quickly. So no distractions is a key for me. And I also just updated my Apple Watch background. I think I have a video of it, to show me the things I need more. And I love the pictures I have of my friends and family. I still swipe back and forth on that. But I love being able to see, like, my rings and, like, the UV so I know when to go outside and, like, the temperature and what time, like, I have work or something like that. It just helps me keep my brain, knowing I have the reminder on here, my brain doesn't, like, have to think about it and, like, keep it in a list, and I can kind of just, like, relax completely, which has been super nice.
My rich bitch summer tip is to avoid getting gas when you're on empty and just like stick it out and don't get gas, and then your dad will go get you a free tank because he notices you won't leave the house.
Another thing I've been doing to enrich my soul is reading, which I talked about earlier, but a way to do that without buying a million books is to get a library card. Like, I know this sounds like, duh, a library card, but, like, seriously, why did I, like, forget that was a thing? Like, you can just go and get a book, like, for free, and then if you return it on time, for free, and then bring it back. And sometimes, like, librarians, if you're like, oh, I'm interested in this book, they'll buy one for the library, and then you can read it when it comes in and give it back. Like, I know some people like to write in their books, but, like, I'm not super, like, into that right now, but a library card. How simple is that? But, like, you're saving money. And also, reading is time you're not looking at a screen. Which, by all means, I look at screens all the time. I'm not trying to sound superior here at all. But I do love to get lost in a book, and I think during the school year, it's hard to remember that. A lot of people are like, I can only read on the beach, I can only read outside, and I get that because that's when our minds are in that vacation mode. But recently, I've just been reading for 10 minutes instead of, you know, sitting on TikTok, watching TV, etc., etc. And I don't know, it's been really rewarding, and I like it, and I think I want to start reading the same books as my friends, and, you know, saying you're 20 and in a book club, slay for that, honestly.
Hey Gabbing with Gab fans, my rich bitch tip of the summer is to work at a country club. Rich members get tips a lot, and there are Delphs walking around all the time golfing. So stay slutty and love you.
Okay, another thing that I've been seeing on TikTok is like those servers and bartenders testing different like makeup and hair looks to see if they get more in tips. And I mean, I work retail, but that seems genius to me. To make that bag, to make that coin, make the most of the job you're doing. Like I said earlier, I feel like that is just such a good idea. So try that. I think the like white dots trick helped. I think if people wore their hair in like braids or like down but with this part back, it helped. I have no hair, but that's another topic. So try those. Like, why not, you know? Also, something for me that has helped me just feel like I'm really present this summer, funnily enough, is looking good. When you look good, you feel good. People say that all the time, but I feel like I forget about it. I'm like, oh, duh, like, eat right, like, work out, all that stuff. But then when I put on an outfit, I just, like, throw on whatever I have. And lately, I've been really trying to put myself together a little more. Like, even for work, it's fun because I'm playing dress up. And I actually have a lot of Lululemon clothes, so I can wear those to work and feel, like, put together and more confident when I'm on the sales floor talking to people, or even when I'm just Snapchatting people. Like, just feeling like I have a look going on and I'm not just, like, sloppy. Often, like, obviously lounging around is great, but for me it just makes me feel more like an adult, because this could be a whole other episode, but like as a 20-year-old, I feel like I should be so grown up, and at school in some ways you feel grown up, but then you're like in a dorm, and then you're like living with your parents, and like at school when you, like, go to the cafeteria, or, like, some schools, like, you're in apartments and you're already cooking for yourself, doing all your laundry, and you come home and all those boundaries shift. It can be a little hard to find your footing in that weird age that we're in right now as college students. So that dressing up, playing the part a little, makes me feel more like a 20-year-old, and I like that because I'm not a kid anymore. As much as we all wish we were sometimes, I'm happy to be 20, and it makes me feel the part more. So, a few last important things. One of my biggest rich bitch summer tips is not to be too hard on yourself, and to give yourself words of affirmation. Now, that might sound a little weird because obviously, you know, that's a love language and people, like, expect that in relationships or things, but for me, literally repeating things in my head to myself is what pulled me out of, like, darker mental health times. And in the summer, sometimes it feels like you should be having so much fun, and when you're not always super happy or you're anxious, you kind of feel like you can feel lost, or like you're not doing enough or doing the right things, or like you're sick of a routine and you're getting hard on yourself. So giving yourself that self-love with words of affirmation is, like, totally a game changer. Just reminding yourself, like, you're proud of yourself for how hard you're working, like letting yourself enjoy time, encouraging yourself to be confident, to be kind, reminding yourself that you're creative and whatever you're doing is just so important. And I believe in the power of gratitude and positive thinking, and not to be too preachery here, I don't want to, like, sound like I know everything, because I don't, but I feel like just having a clear and collected and confident mind and soul helps you achieve your goals, whether that be tripling your bank account this summer or having the most fun summer of your life. Either way, I'm trying to find a balance of both, but that is one of my main tips. And even if it's weird for you to say things like "I'm so hot" in your head, maybe just writing or typing it down. You can literally delete it or hide it if you don't want anyone else to see, but it's just a good practice to get into, and it helps clear out those negative thoughts and gets you off the track of, like, not what you want to be. That's not what summer's for. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it was a little bit shorter than the last ones, but I think I'm going to do more like half-hour type beats. I'm really excited for Rich Bitch Summer. I'll be dropping more tips on the TikTok. I probably forgot some anyway. Oh, and about, like, fitness and health. For me, I think it's fun to try new workouts. I would recommend going on YouTube to try new workouts. You don't need a fancy gym membership to do the That Girl Pilates, and you also don't need a fancy gym membership to walk your dog. I am trying to become more health conscious this summer, and I feel like that's part of enriching myself. And I had a great summer so far, and I hope you guys do too. Stay tuned on the TikTok for more tips. Let me know if you have any other Rich Bitch Summer ideas. Also, this is Taylor King approved. If you watch her insert when she responded to my comment here, that was one of my peak moments. Absolutely adore her. Stay tuned for, I think I'm going to do every 2 weeks, but then hopefully it'll be every week again on the pod. Next topic is something kind of interesting, a little controversial, but I feel like people will enjoy. And let me know if the audio is any better. I am actually using my nice microphone, but I can also hear my computer fan still going, so I'm not sure how it's working out. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a Rich Bitch Summer, and I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!
Oh no.